Welcome to Perspective. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that resonates with so many of us: how to emotionally detach from someone. Relationships, while fulfilling, can sometimes create dependencies that weigh heavily on our mental and emotional well-being. In this video, we'll uncover the root causes of emotional attachment, the pain it brings, and how Stoic philosophy can guide us toward freedom and inner peace. Detachment isn't about cutting people out of your life, it's about finding balance, self-reliance, and a way to nurture meaningful relationships without losing yourself. If you've ever felt trapped in the cycle of overthinking, dependency, or unreciprocated feelings, this video is for you. Let's begin. Emotional attachment is a deeply ingrained part of human existence. From the moment we are born, we seek connection, safety, and love from those around us. This fundamental need shapes how we form bonds, build relationships, and navigate the world. However, while attachment can be enriching and necessary in many contexts, it can also lead to emotional suffering when it becomes excessive or imbalanced. The challenge lies in recognizing when attachment turns into dependency and understanding the root causes that drive this behavior. At its core, emotional attachment stems from the human desire for security and belonging. We are social creatures by nature, and our survival historically depended on close-knit relationships within groups or communities. This evolutionary programming has left us with a strong inclination to seek closeness with others, to rely on them for support, and to find meaning in shared experiences. While this inclination serves us well in building connections, it can create vulnerability when we tie our emotional stability to another person's actions or presence. The problem arises when we confuse the natural human need for connection with a deeper, often unconscious desire to avoid discomfort, fear, or uncertainty. One of the most significant factors contributing to emotional attachment is fear of loneliness, rejection, or abandonment. For many, the thought of being alone is daunting. It can evoke feelings of inadequacy, unworthiness, or failure, as if one's value is tied to the presence of others in their life. This fear drives people to cling to relationships, even when those relationships are unhealthy, one-sided, or detrimental to their well-being. The attachment becomes less about genuine connection and more about avoiding the pain of separation or solitude. Another root cause of emotional attachment is a lack of self-awareness or self-sufficiency. Individuals who have not cultivated a strong sense of identity or self-worth often seek validation and fulfillment from external sources. They rely on others to fill emotional voids, to provide a sense of purpose, or to distract them from their internal struggles. This reliance creates a cycle of dependency, where one's happiness and stability are contingent upon the behavior and presence of another person. Over time, this dependency can lead to feelings of helplessness or a loss of personal agency, as the individual becomes increasingly reliant on external factors for their emotional well-being. Cultural and societal influences also play a significant role in shaping emotional attachment. Many societies emphasize the importance of relationships, family, and romantic partnerships as markers of success or fulfillment. This messaging can create pressure to maintain attachments at all costs, even when they are not beneficial. Media and popular culture often romanticize the idea of love, portraying it as a cure-all for life's challenges or as the ultimate source of happiness. These narratives can lead people to idealize relationships and to place unrealistic expectations on their partners or loved ones. When reality does not align with these expectations, disappointment and disillusionment can deepen the attachment as individuals try to salvage the idealized vision they have created. Past experiences and unresolved trauma are other critical factor in emotional attachment. People who have experienced abandonment, neglect, or unstable relationships in their formative years may develop attachment patterns as coping mechanisms. These patterns can manifest as clinginess, possessiveness, or fear of losing someone they care about. The unresolved pain from past relationships often carries over into new ones, creating a cycle of attachment and dependency that is difficult to break. For example, someone who grew up in an environment where love was conditional may constantly seek reassurance or validation from others, fearing that they will be abandoned if they are not good enough. The human tendency to idealize others also contributes to emotional attachment. When we form connections with people, especially in the early stages of a relationship, we often focus on their positive traits while overlooking their flaws or limitations. This idealization can create an exaggerated sense of importance around the person, making it difficult to detach when the relationship no longer serves us. We may hold on to the hope that they will meet our expectations or that the relationship will return to an idealized state, even when evidence suggests otherwise. This tendency to idealize is rooted in our desire to find meaning and stability in our relationships, as well as in our reluctance to confront the complexities and imperfections of others. Another aspect of emotional attachment is the illusion of control. People often believe that they can influence or change others through their actions, words, or feelings. This belief leads to a sense of responsibility for the other person's behavior or happiness, creating an emotional investment that is difficult to let go of. For example, someone might stay in a relationship because they believe they can fix their partner or because they feel obligated to support them, even at the expense of their well-being. This illusion of control perpetuates attachment by fostering a sense of hope or obligation that keeps the individual tied to the relationship. The interplay between memory and emotion also reinforces emotional attachment. Human memory is inherently selective and subjective, often emphasizing the positive aspects of past experiences while minimizing the negative. This tendency can create a distorted view of a relationship, making it appear more significant than it was. Nostalgia and longing for the past can intensify emotional attachment, as people cling to the memories of what once was rather than accepting the reality of what is. This attachment to the past can prevent individuals from moving forward, keeping them trapped in a cycle of longing and regret. The influence of biological and chemical factors should not be overlooked when examining emotional attachment. The brain's release of hormones like oxytocin and dopamine during moments of connection or intimacy creates a sense of pleasure and bonding that reinforces attachment. These chemical reactions are part of the body's natural response to relationships, but they can also contribute to feelings of dependency or longing when the relationship changes or ends. Understanding the biological basis of attachment can help individuals recognize that their feelings are not entirely within their control and that they are influenced by natural processes. Another contributing factor to emotional attachment is the human tendency to seek meaning and purpose in relationships. People often view their connections with others as a reflection of their identity or as a source of fulfillment. When a relationship ends or changes, it can feel like a loss of self or a disruption of one's sense of purpose. This perception deepens the attachment, as individuals struggle to redefine themselves or find new sources of meaning. The search for identity and purpose through relationships is a natural aspect of human existence, but it can lead to unhealthy attachment when it becomes the primary focus of one's life. Social comparison and external validation also play a role in emotional attachment. In a world where people are constantly exposed to curated images of others' lives through social media and other platforms, there is a tendency to compare oneself to others and to seek validation through relationships. This comparison can create feelings of inadequacy or insecurity, driving people to cling to relationships as a way to boost their self-esteem or to appear successful in the eyes of others. The need for external validation can make it challenging to detach emotionally, as individuals prioritize the perception of their relationships over their actual well-being. Finally, emotional attachment is often reinforced by the fear of change or the unknown. Letting go of a relationship, even one that is no longer healthy or fulfilling, can be daunting because it requires facing uncertainty and stepping into unfamiliar territory. People may stay attached to others out of a desire for stability or because they fear the discomfort of starting over. This fear of change can create a sense of inertia, where individuals remain emotionally tied to someone despite knowing that detachment would be beneficial. Understanding the root causes of emotional attachment is a critical first step in learning to detach. By exploring the fears, beliefs, and experiences that drive attachment, individuals can begin to unravel the patterns that keep them emotionally dependent on others. Detachment does not mean rejecting relationships or emotions, but rather cultivating a healthy balance where one's inner peace is not contingent upon external factors. In Part 2, we will delve into the practical strategies and Stoic principles that can help achieve this balance, offering tools to navigate relationships with resilience and independence. To emotionally detach from someone, the first step is understanding that detachment does not mean a lack of care or coldness. Detachment is about finding freedom from unhealthy emotional dependencies and reclaiming your inner stability. It is about maintaining connections without losing yourself in them. The solution lies in embracing principles that foster emotional independence, balance, and clarity, qualities that align deeply with Stoic philosophy. One of the foundational concepts in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. The philosophy teaches that we should focus only on what is within our control and let go of what is not. In relationships, this principle is transformative. Often, emotional attachment arises from trying to control another person's feelings, actions, or reactions. We may believe that our happiness depends on their validation or behavior. However, as the Stoics remind us, the actions and feelings of others are entirely outside our control. The only thing within our control is how we respond to them. By internalizing this idea, we begin to release the grip of attachment and create space for emotional freedom. Practicing the art of mindfulness is another powerful way to detach. Mindfulness involves observing your emotions and thoughts without judgment, allowing you to identify when attachment is influencing your behavior. When you feel an overwhelming urge to seek reassurance, cling to someone, or dwell on their absence, take a step back. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't let it dictate your actions. This practice cultivates a sense of self-awareness that enables you to recognize patterns of dependency and redirect your energy toward healthier outlets. Over time, mindfulness helps you build a stronger connection with yourself, reducing the need to rely on others for emotional support. A vital aspect of detachment is cultivating self-sufficiency. Emotional dependency often stems from a lack of confidence in one's ability to navigate life alone. To counteract this, focus on developing your skills, passions, and interests. Rediscover activities that bring you joy, or explore new hobbies that challenge you and build your sense of competence. When you create a fulfilling life independent of others, the fear of losing someone diminishes. You realize that your happiness and identity are not contingent upon their presence, but rather come from within. This realization empowers you to approach relationships with balance and autonomy. Another solution lies in reframing your perspective on relationships. Instead of viewing them as a source of fulfillment or validation, consider them as opportunities for growth and mutual support. Relationships should enhance your life, not define it. Adopting this mindset allows you to appreciate connections without becoming overly attached to their permanence. Remember that all relationships are inherently impermanent. People change, circumstances shift, and life moves forward. Embracing this reality helps you release the need to hold on tightly and instead savor the present moment. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of practicing amor fati, or the love of fate. This principle teaches us to accept life as it unfolds, including the losses and challenges that come with it. When a relationship ends or changes, it's natural to feel pain or grief. However, by embracing amor fati, you can find peace in accepting the situation as part of your life's journey. Instead of resisting or resenting the change, focus on what it teaches you and how it shapes your growth. This perspective allows you to let go with grace and gratitude, rather than clinging out of fear or regret. Journaling can be an effective tool for detachment. Writing down your thoughts and feelings provides an outlet for processing emotions without needing to rely on others for validation or support. Use your journal to explore why you feel attached, what fears or insecurities are driving your behavior, and what steps you can take to move forward. Reflect on the lessons you've learned from the relationship and set intentions for how you want to grow. The act of writing helps clarify your thoughts and provides a tangible reminder of your progress. Another practice aligned with Stoic philosophy is focusing on your values and virtues. When you prioritize living by your principles, you create a sense of stability and purpose that is not dependent on external factors. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? How can I act with integrity, kindness, and wisdom in this situation? By aligning your actions with your values, you strengthen your inner foundation and reduce the power that external attachments have over you. It is also essential to set healthy boundaries in relationships. Emotional attachment often thrives in environments where boundaries are unclear or non-existent. Take the time to identify what you need to feel secure and respected, and communicate those needs openly. Boundaries are not about shutting people out but about protecting your well-being and ensuring that your relationships are balanced and reciprocal. When you establish boundaries, you create space for yourself to grow independently while still maintaining meaningful connections with others. Practicing gratitude can help shift your focus away from attachment. Instead of dwelling on what you lack or fear losing, take time each day to acknowledge the things you are grateful for. This practice trains your mind to see abundance rather than scarcity and fosters a sense of contentment that is not reliant on external circumstances. Gratitude also helps you appreciate the positive aspects of your relationships without becoming overly fixated on them. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in detachment. Holding onto resentment or anger towards someone keeps you emotionally tethered to them. Forgiveness does not mean condoning their actions or forgetting the pain they caused, but rather releasing the hold that those emotions have on you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the burden of negative energy and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, a step toward emotional freedom and peace. Developing a practice of meditation can further support detachment. Meditation trains the mind to let go of distractions and attachments, helping you cultivate a sense of inner calm and clarity. Through meditation, you learn to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them, allowing you to detach from the stories and narratives that fuel emotional dependency. Even a few minutes of daily meditation can create a profound shift in your ability to navigate relationships with balance and resilience. Stoic philosophy encourages us to reflect on the impermanence of life. The concept of memento mori, or remembering that we will die, serves as a powerful reminder to cherish the present moment and let go of unnecessary attachments. When you recognize that everything in life is temporary, including relationships, you begin to appreciate them for what they are without clinging to what they are not. This awareness helps you approach relationships with gratitude and acceptance rather than fear and dependence. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can also aid in emotional detachment. While detachment involves fostering independence, it does not mean isolating yourself. Seek out friends, mentors, or support groups that align with your values and can offer guidance and encouragement. A strong support network provides a sense of connection and belonging that complements your journey toward emotional independence. Lastly, practice patience and self-compassion as you navigate the process of detachment. Emotional attachment often develops over time, and letting go is not something that happens overnight. Be kind to yourself as you work through the challenges and setbacks that arise. Celebrate small victories along the way and remind yourself that growth is a continuous journey. By approaching the process with patience and self-compassion, you create a space for healing and transformation. Emotional detachment is not about becoming indifferent or unfeeling. It is about reclaiming your inner strength and creating relationships that are rooted in mutual respect, balance, and authenticity. By embracing the principles of Stoic philosophy and incorporating practical strategies into your daily life, you can free yourself from the chains of unhealthy attachment and cultivate a sense of peace and resilience that is unshakable. Thank you for watching this video on perspective. Emotional detachment doesn't mean distancing yourself from the world, it's about embracing your inner strength and cultivating healthy, balanced relationships. By understanding the root causes of attachment and applying the solutions we've discussed today, you can take a powerful step toward emotional freedom and peace. Remember, Stoic philosophy reminds us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Life is ever-changing, and true strength lies in accepting this impermanence with grace. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Perspective for more content that helps you grow, reflect, and thrive. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing your thoughts or any challenges you've faced with emotional attachment. Let's support each other in this journey of self-discovery. Until next time, stay grounded, stay reflective, and always keep perspective.